Today's conversation, I think, was very interesting, especially highlighting what the report says about Zambia in particular and leaning on the angle of skills, portability, and labor mobility in regards to the FMP. I think for me, one of the biggest takeaways today in our discussion as we were presenting Zambia's perspective is how the FMP is actually an opportunity for young people, given the fact that Zambia's majority population are young people. So it means they benefit the most in terms of economic opportunity and educational opportunities as well as youth migrants within the country.
I totally agree with you. And like we discussed earlier on, looking at the kind of approach we currently have in terms of driving our economy from a debt, burden economy to a thriving economy. And obviously looking at the key sectors that we're looking at: mining, tourism, agriculture, and manufacturing, value addition. I really think the FMP would be a very, enhancer of this agenda to economic recovery for Zambia. If we can bring in the skilled labor, and obviously the youth could also have opportunities to go and learn from other countries within Africa, it will, really enhance our economic recovery, but also attract the investment that Zambia needs. I totally wish we could promote partnership between the different African countries other than going outside the AU.
Exactly.
And let's look locally, local solutions for local African problems.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And we have the potential to feed Africa as a whole and then export the rest to the rest of the world.
Right.
And the beauty is we do organic. We have the natural, resources, the climate, the rains, and we can inter-exchange a lot of services and products within Africa. And the youth are key to this process.
And I'd like to just ride on to what you just said. The youth are key to this. Africa in of itself is one of the youngest continents in the world. 450 million of the African population are young people, and by 2050 would be about 850 million, which means the young people of Africa are the largest producers of goods and services, the largest consumers of goods and services. But African youth need to be mobile, which means that we need the FMP to be ratified so that we tap into the natural resources that are in various countries like Zambia. We are rich in copper, rich in gold, rich in emerald. Our land is arable enough for young Africans to come. But then it is also Zambian youth who need to go outside, sharing their skills, talents, and abilities that will eventually benefit our country in terms of the remittances that they send back home, economic opportunity, and skills acquisition so that they can share back with the general populace.
Very true. And looking at Zambia's strategic position in the region, the Southern African region, once we ratify the free movement of people protocol, it will allow the whole region to integrate in terms of market, trade, and also, schools and skills development. We're really critical to this process because we'll make the rest of the country, the 9 different neighbors, to also be able to flow. And it will be a good pilot for the process that the UNECA is trying to drive.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Thank you.